After 25 years as a CEO, I've learned the key to a high-performing organization: great communication. Our world is different now. Our methods of communications have changed, and in some ways, drastically changed. I wrote a book about how to get along with people. It's called Connect: How to Quickly Collaborate for Success in Business and Life. After 4 years of research, I learned the secrets the most successful people and organizations use to create great teams, allowing them to rise above the competition. I want to share those secrets with you. I can help organizations like yours strengthen employee relationships, strengthen customer relationships, and bring employees together, all with the goal to improve bottom-line results. I use real-world stories and the case studies of successful organizations to help your staff, your members, and your stakeholders understand the key steps to create highly functioning teams. Google is an internet search company. Hey, let's Google that. They're a technology company and they're working on the driverless car. And they're a big software company. And they pride themselves on being able to analyze anything. When there's a cold or flu outbreak, Google knows about 2 weeks in advance because people Google looking for remedies for runny noses and coughing. They're really good at putting together information that looks like a puzzle and making sense out of it. And at any point in time, Google has hundreds of teams working on a variety of projects. Google noticed some teams were working better than others, and they wondered why. And they started analyzing. And they looked at the characteristics of teams, these are the ones that they looked at, to see if there were elements that got them to work better. So they looked at teams that had more friends on them. They looked at teams that had more young workers or older workers, or a mix of young and old people, or strangers, or same gender teams, or mixed gender teams, or teams with the same interests, or teams with random interest, or teams that were racially mixed. They tried everything. Nothing worked. There was no magic solution, which was frustrating to them. So they decided to observe the best teams and see how they behaved. What they found was this: at the beginning of meetings, people spent a few minutes catching up with each other. They asked questions like, how was your vacation? How was your weekend? They caught up on milestones like kids and family and work, and they supported each other through tough events. All this engagement led to higher productivity. Why? People liked each other. And because they liked each other, they wanted to do a good job for each other. That was the secret to creating great teams: people getting to know each other. Today, Google encourages employees to take coffee breaks together, getting coffee or a snack, just to get to know each other. And as a result of that, they build trust and like each other and want to work better together. You need sensible solutions and strategies that deliver performance and profitability for your business or association. I'll guide your people so they can identify and apply the common sense solutions to improve their daily lives. Has anyone ever traveled to work on a subway or commuter train? Well, researchers in Chicago wanted to know how people would respond if a total stranger sat down next to a commuter and started up a conversation. Would they ignore the person, or would they respond by engaging in a conversation? Okay, so let me ask you a question. You're sitting on a train, reading or enjoying music, and a total stranger sits down next to you and says something like, "I really like your tie or your scarf. Where'd you get it?" Or if they see you reading something about sports, they ask you, "What do you think of the Cubs' chances of winning this year?" Now remember, this was in Chicago. What percentage of people would respond by engaging in conversation? Well, when they did this study, there were two sets of subjects. One was people who were getting on the train and starting up a conversation. And the second was the people who were sitting on the train and were asked the question. Before they got on the train, the people that they asked to start up the conversation said their success rate of starting up a conversation would be 50%. That is, half the people that they asked would be open to a conversation, and the other half would rebuff them. The results were different. 100%, or all of the people they asked to start up a conversation, did engage in a conversation. There's a gap in our heads about approaching people to chat. People want to talk. They want to start up a conversation, and that's how you connect with people. My leadership and management experience with hundreds of individuals and organizations has revealed successful methods that increase employee performance and productivity while ensuring customers and stakeholders are happy. You have a superpower. When you listen to someone, you are using a great power within you. However, when some people engage in conversation, it's not to hear another person. They're just waiting for their turn to speak. Stephen Covey said, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand. They listen with the intent to reply." Have you ever been in a conversation where it's clear no one's listening to each other? Each person talks, and the others are just waiting for that millisecond of silence to jump in. There's something I want you to do. While others talk, listen. Instead of immediately responding, you can say, interesting. Tell me more. By doing this, you become someone they can trust. And when you have trust, when you need to get something done, you can get it done better together. Listening builds trust. Use your superpower. I look forward to the opportunity to work with you, to inspire and equip your people, and to ultimately transform your organization. If that's your goal too, let's talk.